can't get it done easily because you're into your money-making mode. I have to get you away from it for 10 minutes. Give me a little time with what I got to do first. And then go back to your shit. I don't care.
You're live.
Shit. Make all yours. Are we live now?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't see anything live. That's not live. That's some guy on photos. That's a picture.
You're about to be live in 2 seconds.
There it is. Am I live? I'm live now. Those are just pictures, though. See, Les Paul was going to be with us tonight, but he died 3 years ago. They don't see it in 3D, do they?
I don't think so.
Well, they got high definition. Got high def. Is the sound okay?
Sounds okay.
Why don't we use a good mic and do it like the real professional guys do? That's why. Can you imagine the television studios coming in and they don't use a mic? They just put this computer down on the table. Oh, come on. So this is Back to the Future. You know, we use that old-time rabbit ears television, and an older guy who looks young, right? Well, that would be me. Hey, that's it. This is. Remember? Do you remember Rump and Stimpy? What was it? What was it?
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. I feel like one of those guys. Oh man, my divorce. Now I'm bringing that up because this reminds me of my divorce. Because the judge said you'd better start treating your wife like a cartoon. He didn't want to hear any more. No more. So I'm married to Snow White. I mean Bambi. And, you know, being Pinocchio, because something got long every time I lied, and it wasn't my nose. So here we are on a live stream, you know, and this is the stream that I pee in every day, and we haven't been giving a lot of stuff out here because there's no money in it. You know, when there's money in this thing, I will be dramatically impressed. There hasn't been any money in this in a long time, except for a certain few people, those who own it, those who are in demand because people who have money think that those people are going to draw an audience, you know. Like Justin Bieber. That's a good example. You know, we faked him. He's a fake act. That doesn't mean he doesn't have any talent or is not cute. It means that we forced him. We force-fed him. But we've done that before. We did it with Fabian. The one that wasn't really force-fed was probably James Dean, because he was really an arrogant putz in real life and a good race car guy. Steve McQueen was another one. Steve wasn't as macho as you think. And my friend Mark Elliott wrote his life story, which I wish we had on tape here sometime, because Steve McQueen was really a gentle, sweet, lovable guy. And the reason he acted the way he did is he never got the foundation from his family. And, you know, you find that out often in court after someone's murdered someone. You know, Steve didn't do that. He killed himself with a race car. You know, same as James Dean. That's what made me think of him. But, you know, we have a lot of people in our society who really don't understand that this is a society of craziness. We're crazy. I mean, you know, this is, and craziness is accompanied by its kissing cousin, stupid. So, you know, the combination, if you have someone who's stupid and crazy, we're really in trouble. That's called the White House. You know, but here we have a situation where we have freedom so far. You know the reason why they're letting us do all this the way we are on the air? Like I could say all these things here, anything. I could say just about anything right now, and you can watch anything because there's no money in it. As soon as there's money in it, you're going to find they'll organize the crap out of it, which is what they do. I mean, I worked at, I've had a lot of jobs, so let's not go through that. We'll be here all night with my, I've been doing a monologue on my 40 stations I worked for. I was on a satellite and on a network long before it was fashionable because I did it a city at a time. Now, my purpose today is I'm sitting in a new studio at 31st and Lexington, and this is a studio that has a Chinese restaurant downstairs. Now, there's a significance to this. When punk rock first began, it began in Los Angeles at Madame Wong's. It was a Chinese restaurant that it was a long walk. Bad joke. The Chinese restaurant had a free Saturday and Sunday, and my friend Doug Moody started to put acts in there because they didn't have to pay for the room. And the acts were the Dead Kennedys, X. You know, these were the real beginnings of the West Coast punkers. became the Surfers, the Surf Cities, you know, those guys. I don't know if you know any of this or not, but here on the West Coast, I mean on the East Coast, we had the Ramones. You know, we had Joey Ramone and his crazy mother, and the brothers, and you know, I mean, we've had our version of it here, but the real one was not Genya Raven, who was here in New York and then moved to the West Coast, and the one who moved from the West Coast to the East Coast and became famous worldwide was Doors, because Ray Manzarek and Jimmy Morrison were good friends, and they created that particular environment that was almost punk.
You hung out with them, didn't you?
I know them very well. I did a lot of work with Ray Manzarek and a lot of drugs. And Jim Morrison, you know, I mean, I'm sober and clean 40 years, and right now my daughter's growing medical marijuana, but she's calling it medical. You know, I haven't found a trace of any of these diseases in our family where we gotta light up a fat one. Of course, I never needed that excuse. I was doing medical cocaine.
Did you do medical cocaine?
Don't you interview me? Don't interview me. This is a monologue.
All right.
I feel like I'm interviewing myself now. No, go ahead. I'm joking.
Well, I'm just saying it. You know.
What are you saying?
Jim Morrison's such an icon of rock.
Oh, you want to hear about him? You want to hear gossip?
Yeah.
You're a pig. You're a pig.
Well, but
you can't talk about people who are dead like that. You're Catholic, aren't you?
Was he cool, all in all, or?
He was very skinny. You don't stay that thin by not doing any drugs that bring you up. Yeah, I mean, you know, he was a great guy. But Ray Manzarek is really the driving force behind the Doors. He's still with us too. You know, Ray is. And he started a group after Doors called Night City, which you probably don't know.
You don't.
And it was really cooking, really cooking. I'm a music guy. I love the music. I don't play any instruments. I know nothing about how to achieve success on the charts, except to play the records. You know, that's what we used to do. We don't do it so much anymore because nobody wants to get involved in that hip hop crap. You know, the hip hop used to be very angry based when it first started, and we ignored it in the non-urban community. And then it got very popular in the black community, and the white kids got very, very hooked on the culture. And it's all worked out, you know, whether it's 50 Cent or Eminem or whoever came along. Who do I remember back on Epic Records? I think it was the big fat guy. I forgot his name. Not Barry White, the hip hop artist. I just forgot it for a moment. Anyway, the music is very important. No, it was Biggie. Big Heavy.
Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Small, is that what it was? Yeah.
And Tupac.
You know, I mean, I kind of liked it, but and then I would go to the slams. I liked the poetry idea. It was artistic, but it was always mean. It got mean, and everybody was bitching about everything. I mean, I had enough things to bitch about. I didn't need anybody's help. And even George Carlin got mean. He was funny, and he got mean when his wife died. Everybody gets mean, you know.
Bill Cosby too.
Yeah, you get to a point where you really probably can't have fun with it anymore. I hope I'm not there. But you know, we have a little bit of a relaxed fit now because the black community is having success in many areas, and the hip hop is not as mean. It can't be. What are you going to complain about?
Dead now.
Yeah, it's kind of dead. Now they got a new kind of a strain. You know, I like the music's trail, and I put that in my documentary about my daughter. I was going to go down the political trail. I was going to go down the Jerry Brown was the youngest governor in California when I did the first satellite show in the world, which was in 1977. I did that for 3 years, I think it was. And Jerry Brown opened the show. I was in California. I did the show from California. He now is the oldest governor in the country, and I'm the oldest satellite talk show host in the country. You know, we get older. But Jerry, I was going to see in California with my daughter growing pot in Humboldt County. But I figured, you know, we reroute this thing. Let me go down to San Francisco to the roots of rock and roll and the Cafe Trieste for the Grateful Dead and Bill Graham and the Starship and even Ray Manzarek and Doors, who did not start in San Francisco. They were in L.A. So, you know, I kind of followed the culture trail, and I wound up going to the Dark Star, which is the Grateful Dead concerts done by people other than Phil Lesh. And, you know, I mean, I'm into the whole energy of it. And I applaud my daughter for being a 1963 hippie, but you know, it's not necessary to wear bell bottoms and tie-dye and have a bong on your belt. And my Sgt. Pepper jacket probably needs a little bit of refurbishing. But you know, we put this documentary together. We didn't put it together yet. We shot it. I shot it with an iPod. iPod, iPad, I this, I that. Everything is done with the iPhone. You know, not because I'm an Apple freak, although I'm friends with Steve Wozniak. and then this iPad, and you know, I this, I that. It's all so self-centered. Jesus. I put this thing together, and we got into some places where you don't usually are not allowed, which is labs up in the mountains where they are separating the hash from the boys. And I put it together, you know, and I was able to show it on footage here, on digital, so it's really stored. It's not on film or tape. But we're going to take it and I'm going to put it together and probably run it on. We'll run it here for sure, but I'll run it on the network television so that we pick up an audience that it's called cueing an audience. You know, nobody knows you're here until they're told you're here. So you have to go somewhere and either with a bullhorn in the park, or you've got to go to a newspaper if anybody's reading them anymore, or magazines, or to some place where you've really scandalized yourself and you're on the front page of something where everybody goes, wow, he did. You know,
maybe we could run naked through Times Square with
it wouldn't be anything. Naked Cowboy's nothing.
Rainbow afro wig.
He makes $1,200 for performing a wedding now. He's even down to being mercenary.
Right.
And he's a good friend of mine.
We interviewed him
from Cincinnati. I've had him on with us before. So, you know, we really have to, you got to go a long way to shock anybody anymore.
Isn't the yoga thing coming up soon?
The yoga thing is summer solstice. We did this already.
Yeah.
How are you going to do it? You know, we had 12,000 people in Times Square, and we held this little thing.
All wearing Crocs.
Did a show with this and a laptop. So, you know, we're graduated. Now we got two of these and two laptops, you know.
Right.
No, we're high definition, and we're definitely in the ball game of presenting product. So as we go into this world today, I was on Fifth Avenue, and I was in front of Victoria's Secret, admiring the models who are there for handing out underwear for Kotex. And it was very curious, and I want to show that. Can we show that here? We're not ready yet. We have to go to another. We have to take it off of here, right, and put it on there.
That's a great idea. The next one, I can get the video that you shoot. I can load it into here, and then we can do the show.
All right, so that's what we'll do. Let's do that, okay?
Okay.
I want to show that because the girls gave me their panties, which is highly unlikely at this age. So I was very thrilled to have. I'm thrilled if someone has me their underwear. But I got the panties thing down now. We're going to put it down on here and show it. Okay, so let's do that. And also I want to get the marijuana documentary shot. So this is our little bite today, and all in honor what? This is the Les Paul.
Yeah, Les Paul.
You can't get the 3D effect, huh? Not yet. Well, this is without glasses, so it's coming along. That's the next thing. Well, everything is in 3D.
This is the first live webcast we've done from the studio here, and it's in HD. So we're going to start doing these all the time. And you're here in New York. I'm here in New York, and we have almost everything we need after climbing the mountain.
I'm looking around. There's lighting in here, and they have the real cameras and everything. We haven't used them yet. We haven't done that yet because these guys are very conventional behind the curtain here. I just noticed that in the room back there. They've got conventional equipment. We're just doing this is like bullshit equipment right now. But it's the world of the future. This is the future. And we're all ready to go as soon as everybody starts paying for it. I don't know how we're going to get money out of these people, except, you know, Google. We got to milk a Google. Well, they own YouTube, right?
We are.
Google owns, and we're on YouTube and we're on Google.
We just have to get more Victoria's Secret models with throwing their panties at you, and I think we'll have.
Oh yeah, well that's you.
We'll have a hint.
That's you. You just want that. You're doing this to pick up girls.
I have a girl.
Yeah, but you're still trying to pick others up. No. Back.
No.
Oh, of course not.
No.
Let me not bring that, Victoria. Let me not tell your secret.
That's right. No secrets.
All right, so we're going to take a break here. I want to sign this off because I want to go do my work on the documentary on marijuana. But I wanted to at least establish a beachfront here, you know, a tsunami. And we have that. And this is a Reynolds Rap.